wanted to, I guess, post another video of like some things that I do. I really don't know how to like illustrate physically, I guess, how like things go down. So a lot of people do or don't know that my wife is a gamer wife, and she's like the best thing in the world. So a lot of times, like, oh, you got a gamer girl, good for you. And you know, I'm like, oh yeah, it's totally fine. She's mine, not yours. So, you know, bug off. Anyways, as you can tell, I got my wife playing here with me. We're playing Serious Sam: The First Encounter HD edition. This is the first time I've ever experienced this game. So if you watch the background, like the girl, the redhead, I guess you could say, is actually taking lead on a lot of the scenes and stuff. She told me that she actually had somebody play with her back in the day and sped her through this entire game for some reason. I'm not 100% sure, but she told me there's a lot of stuff to this game. Like there's a lot of secrets, there's a lot of weapons, so it kind of gives you that Doom feeling mixed with like Quake. I personally enjoy it. There's a lot of little scenes that I'd like. This was an hour-long session that we played. I cut it down to like 15 minutes or so, and there's a lot of little things that I try to cut out to like show what was going on. Like this, for example, like I didn't understand why I couldn't shoot through the fence, or like why did they even stop us? She's like, oh no, it's a cutscene. And my guy actually said something, but like listening back, he doesn't say anything, so I don't understand. We're just saying, look, loots, and we're both walking that way, and we're like, ah, shit. And we both died. We were dying laughing right here. This entire scene, we were just laughing. And then we noticed that we respawned on top of all the loot, which is awesome. Personally, for me, that's super cool. Like, I think I was literally in the midst of, like, in the back of my head, we just watched Ready Player One, so a lot of hidden achievements slash secrets and Easter eggs are super cool to me. So especially when we come into this, I'm like, oh, what's this? But no, it's a lot of stuff that I'm like, oh, what can I interact with? There's so many cool things. This is the first time I'm like, oh, these are enemies I don't understand. Like this game has, like, I'm not saying it doesn't have lore, I'm sure it does, but this game was constantly like in your face, like, hey, this is what this is, period. Keep running. So this scene right here, I really wanted to get to because, yeah, it's just a lot of walking and shooting and walking around and finding secrets. So I cut out a lot of the stuff that was the problem. So, I guess we spent a good 15 minutes looking for a way to get inside of a room, and it was so funny. But, oh, we AFK'd. Why did we AFK? She was doing something. I was just clearing the inventory. So the cool thing about this is it kind of shows you the enemies and each enemy type, and you know, best gun to shoot against them, and the description. And this is like, for the first game, is a very good lore tab in my opinion. And then, of course, I get up out of the inventory and see that she's almost got squashed by a rock. She said she got hurt, I believe, but she had armor on, so it's okay. These enemies are just coming in like a ray gun. New enemy, not even 15 minutes into the game, and we're just like, the fuck is this shit? Amazing. Love it. I'm never gonna hate it, but I am afraid of rocks right now. That's why I keep looking up. New enemy. I'm like, let me grab this armor. Those guys charge you, like, oh no. Rock fell on top of me. We both died, so it was just in the midst of the action, we both died. Like there is no context for these enemies. That's the first time that blue one showed up. It just didn't make sense at all. Loved it. I honestly love how this game plays so far, and it's just a run and gun. And then on top of that, it is co-op. So this is the area that I just now noticed all that blood. I don't know how the hell that got there. This is what I was talking about. There was a lot of Easter eggs, so I told her, hey, jump on top of me, like in the old Mario games. Can you get up on the top wall? She was like, no, I can't. It's too high. And she's like, I want that armor right there. I'm like, okay, there's a way up there. They're not going to just, hide it from us. So I went to double check the room and see if there was another way around. Of course, she questions me, and then as soon as I look up, I'm like, oh, a doorway. That means there's a way in there. I'm like, hey, look, a door right over there. She realizes what it is. I'm like, okay, let's go figure it out. On top of that, how smooth this game ran, I have the frame rate at the top of the thing. Like, it gets pretty bad down to, I believe, 60 when there's a whole bunch of enemies on the screen later. But the fact that it ran at 120 frames right off the bat, it just amazed the shit out of me. Explosions, shotgun shells. I understand it's an old game and doesn't take a lot to run it, but I was just in love with this game. I was in awe on how smooth everything was. And then on top of that, if you guys don't know, I got a new 144 hertz monitor, so it just looks even better. And I'm still freaking about this monitor itself. You know, playing Apex and stuff is really a game changer. But yeah, no, see, we finally got up here. We thought it was pretty cool. Actually, it says secret shield has been collected, and I really wish it would give you like a layout. I'm sure in the other versions of the game it does, but I just realized that I didn't need that scene. I believe that, I don't know why that's there. Oh well, I might just leave it there. First boss room. So I wanted to incorporate the entire boss fight of what it was. I was just so focused on killing enemies because these chargers were just ridiculous. I was like, okay, I can hide behind the middle thing. I'll be safe, right? No. The way that these guys charge is freaking ridiculous. It reminds me of a lot of like the Minecraft mods that we used to run. Speaking of the devil, I need to run some Minecraft. A buddy of mine's been talking about it. I haven't been in the new Caves and Cliffs update, so I definitely want to check that out. What else? I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll just let it run its course, because I'm bad at editing. This is a point where I want to point out that all the enemies that are running through are super annoying. Like, we just got rid of all the chargers. It's not like there was a faster way to get rid of them. And now more show up with the frogs. I mean, this is probably where I was just like, okay, I think I'm starting to get done with this game on how stupid or how consistent these enemies are. It's like, you know, difficulty doesn't equal the amount of enemies being shot at you. You know, that's not what it's like. So I was very quite upset on the concept that we got going. It was nice to know that I could kill him super fast with the pistols, though. I think this is when I figured it out. I'm not 100% sure. But then we hear the cry. A cry. And then getting shot at. Loved it. I'm like, oh, boss time. Bigger guy. Time to pull out the big guns. Boom. Done with the boss. Thought it was super interesting. Sucks that we couldn't pick up the weapon, but I'm sure we can in later games. I'm just going to guesstimate because this is definitely an open series that I want to do. Again, so, okay, the reason why I implemented this one was very strategic, if you will. I purposely left it in because this is more or less the scene that if you click on the first encounter of Serious Sam, this is like the clip art or like the box art more or less that shows up during the stuff. This is like 3 stages in, like 3 or 4 stages in, and this is the box art. Like I was pretty impressed, but at the same time it's just like, okay, I guess. Yeah, and the melee in this one, I don't know how I feel like about that melee. I mean, the fact that it's It's good, but not consecutive good. I really do love how these enemies just come out of nowhere. Big blue enemies require big blue solutions. I mean, I do kind of feel bad that I kind of outshined her on this one, where I was probably killing more enemies than her, but I'm not saying she was okay with it. She was just, oh, that's a big guy. I forgot about him. I think there was a point where even I stood back and I was just like, I need her to do this stuff. What the fuck? Yeah, pull out the pistols for the frogs. See what's going on. That's a new fire. Oh, yeah. I heard the door open. I'm like, okay, it's time to leave. It's time to get out of here. There's nothing to do. What's that blue thing? I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a head. Rockets. Okay. Of course I shoot myself. And the iconic boss. I mean, I honestly enjoyed this part. I'm just like, give me more fights like this. It doesn't have to be exactly this, but like, it's getting serious. Love it. This just show I'm really bad shot. Old enemies, can't kill them. Alright guys, if you enjoy this video, I hope you stay tuned. This is definitely one of those ones I'm going to do with my wife and multiple other ones. So stay tuned guys. See you next time.